Hey guys, Tony back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install the NGINX web server on Ubuntu 20.04 LTS. So first of all, you're going to want to have a virtual private server or a VM on your local machine, and then you're going to want to either SSH into it or just use the local machine if it's a version of Linux that has a graphical user interface. So I am going to be SSHing into my virtual machine. Alright, and then you can either use your regular user account or you can use root. So I'm going to use a root. So I'm going to set a root password. And I'm going to log in as root. Okay, and then you're going to want to first update all of your repositories using the apt update command. Then you're going to upgrade your packages. This can take a few minutes, depending on your internet connection. Alright, so now that our installation is done, we are going to continue installing the NGINX web server. So if you're using root, you do not have to use the sudo command. So I'm going to do apt install nginx. Then you're going to hit yes, a Y for yes, and then you're going to wait for that to install. It shouldn't take too long. Okay, now our web server is installed. To make sure it's running, we're going to do the command service nginx status, and it is not running right now. So we're going to do service nginx start. Okay, so now if we run the status command again, as you can see, our web server is now running. So if we do ifconfig, and I need the NetTools client here, shouldn't take too long. If I do ifconfig, if we go to this IP address now in our web browser, we should have our nginx default web page. So to customize this, the default nginx directory is var www/html. So that is the default file that nginx uses. So now we're going to make a new file. And we're going to do a h1. Hello, this is our web server. We're going to close off that h1. Control XY enter, and then now we are going to do service nginx reload. Alright, so now if we go to our web browser and we refresh the page, we should have our web page. And by default, if this is on a AWS or a Google Cloud instance, if your public IP address goes to this web page and you port that IP address to your DNS on your domain, you will now have a working web server. If you would like to make your web server only be able to be used by certain hosts, you're going to go to the cd etc nginx sites available. And then if you do a ls command, the default is what comes shipped with nginx. So if I do nano default, this is the default server configuration. So for example, if you want to use a host, you will change this server name here to any server name that you want. And right here, if you're using a PHP, if your website uses PHP, you will set up this part here. And I will be making another video on how to set up PHP with nginx. But right now, you have a fully working web server, and we can also test that again. We can make a new file, test.html, h1, page 1 test. And if we reload the web server again, and we refresh our page and do /test.html, there we go. Our web server is now working and is fully operational. So please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll be making a video on how to set up PHP on your web server very soon. So thank you for watching and have a great day.